Are you searching for information on opening a medical spa business and making it profitable within your first year? Are you thinking about buying an existing medical spa or selling one? In this video series, we showed our social media audience how to succeed in their business journey and sound, timeless strategies we've been using for over 20 years. We've used all these strategies to grow aesthetic medical practices to seven-figure sales and beyond. We've decided to post this valuable information on YouTube because these timeless strategies might be just the thing you need to grow your business and succeed in the coming months and years.
Kelly here with Projected Growth Consulting, and I'm excited to share with you guys some front desk tips today to make your front desk even more successful. You know, when we talk about front desk, I don't know if everybody realizes what all has to happen at the front desk. That person has to be so good at multitasking and doing two or three things at once, making everybody feel seen and heard and answered back, even though there might be a crowd of people waiting and perhaps they're doing the phone, checking someone in out and checking someone in all at the same time. So the reason why I really call the front desk Command Central is because there are so many things going on simultaneously at the front desk. Now, my tips today are all about the 4 C's: credential, customize, convert, and crush it. I'm going to explain to you how you need to convert those leads that come in by phone or email or just questions at the front desk. We're then going to talk about how you customize your response with benefit selling techniques, how to start a conversation with the right questions and sharing your experience, as well as credentialing your practice, your providers, or the unique service you might be providing so that you can separate yourself from your competitors. Because I know you want to convert them into appointments and consultations so that you can crush your numbers. And this is all done with consultative selling, benefit statements, correct questions that guide your client through the decision tree, as well as sharing stories of your personal experience or customer experience. And what this all leads up to is preparation. Preparation is key. Now, we have a course on our website called Conversion, Closing, and Consultation course. It's only $397. You can use it unlimited, and it has how to sell everything that's common in our market as well as the main competition, which is really critical. Say you go buy a new machine, maybe it's RF microneedling. How important is it that you know the 10 other names or 15 other names of microneedling and how you're going to explain why it might be different or better at your facility with your providers, and you know what makes you different. And again, even though so many of our facilities and customers, we work with about 400 or so clients a year, we are all selling the similar services. But what makes us different is our front desk, our providers, the culture, sometimes your promotions, your pricing, the delivery. You know, do you do topical numbing? Do you not? You know, what are you committed to? How are you different? What is your position in the marketplace? So it really starts with preparation. And like I said, you can grab our course and walk through this step by step. If you don't already have an elevator pitch of understanding what makes you different or what you want your position in the marketplace to be, that is the first place to start. I want to start with what does the front desk really do, because it truly is Command Central. They are not only checking people in and checking people out, they are your first impression. They're your brand ambassadors. They need to look the part, talk the part, and know how to guide a client through understanding what makes you and your providers and your facility different or desirable. It's the job of the front desk, whether it be by phone or in person, to wow the client. Now, you guys have all had good customer service and bad customer service. I'm sure you're aware that bad customer service reviews are much more popular to give than good ones. If we're upset by a restaurant or service, we'll tell 11 people versus if we're happy, we'll tell 1 or 2. Now, this secret of really measuring what's happening at the front desk and training your front desk to be successful is one of those silent profit killers that people don't really understand the effect it has on their profitability. So if you're paying to get your phone to ring and you have not yet invested into sales training and conversion training for your front desk or reception team, you're really wasting that money. Because if a client calls and you don't answer within the first couple of rings, your person doesn't have a smile, they can't explain what's unique and different, they just answer a question like how much is your Botox per unit without understanding the next sentences that come after that, you are spending money at a rate that you cannot sustain. If you're not converting at about 50% of those incoming phone calls, you need sales training at the front desk. And it really does come down to, those 4 C's. We're talking about credentialing, customizing, and converting so that you can crush it. Now, I'm going to give you some examples of this. We have several videos on our YouTube station about sales training and front desk training, superstar receptionist tips. That front desk is typically an entry-level position. I really encourage you to make that a career path where people can make more money and be more important as they become more and more experienced, because this is your first impressions manager. It makes or breaks the client experience, whether people want to come by. You've all been at a busy bar, let's say, and you walk up, I stay at a lot of hotels, I travel a lot for business. Recently, I was back in Tennessee, and I was trying to get a cocktail for my associate, myself, and I stood at the bar for about 10 minutes without even a nod or I'll be right with you or anything. That can happen at a med spa too. We all want some sort of recognition. All we need is a nod, make eye contact, let them know you'll be right with them. I notice at the front desk of really busy facilities, some receptionists choose not to make any eye contact until they are ready to be interacting with you. That is a major mistake. If you are in the customer service industry, acknowledge that your client is there, and just, even if you're on the phone and you just say, just smile and just a sec. Anything like that is better than not reacting to the fact that they're there. They know, they're there. Acknowledge that your client is there. Just the same, smile when you're on the phone. I'm sure you all have had that experience with Xfinity or Amazon or hopefully, not Vista Power Utilities. The customer service level can be so miserable. When you occasionally get that bright and shiny, happy person that wants to help you, you're just thrilled. You want to leave a review. You're like, wow, that was so great. Thank you so much. These calls, we dread making these calls. So I want to make sure that your staff is trained and ready to go. So what does that mean? If they don't yet have a credentialing introduction about the injector, the doctor, the facility, that is the place to start. The basics are pick it up within the second ring, don't put them on hold more than once, smile when you answer. But the other thing is, hi, this is Kelly with Projected Growth Consulting. How can I help you? Guide the call. Know what the steps are. You are leading. This is a dance and you're the lead. Just saying ABC Med Spa, this is Kelly, and waiting for them to tell you what they want is not the right way to go. We want to lead them by the hand and make it a very pleasant, non-awkward experience. So, this is Kelly. How can I help you today? Oh, I'm just calling to see how much your Botox is per unit. Oh, okay, great. Well, have you ever had Botox before? Yeah, I've had it a couple times. Okay, well then you know that the units vary. Let me share with you, here it's $14 per unit. However, included with your appointment, you will get a full face assessment, and our injector is in the top 20% of the national injectors, and we have more advanced training. We actually train other offices how to do injectables. And the thing that many of our clients don't know is that the number of units used can sometimes be less than you expect when you're with a really experienced, talented injector, because we want to use just enough to get the correction you need without over-treating you. That being said, we also want to fully correct so that you have a long-lasting result. We're all about education here, but I know you will love our injector, Kim. She's fabulous. I always do my Botox with her, and I love it because I look refreshed but not overdone. What areas have you treated before? Have you, are you happy with your results? Are you wanting to try something different? Have you ever tried any of the other injectables? There's a conversation to be had here. And, maybe you offer, here at our spa, we do offer a Botox club or a Botox membership or an injectable membership. So even though our retail price is $14 a unit, it's always customized to your needs. And if you do any other treatments with those, with the toxin treatment, many times you're going to get a bundled price that takes that cost per unit down. I realize you're calling for the cost per unit because that's the only question that we know how to ask, but I'd really love to schedule you to come in for a consultation and hopefully get treated. I can fit you in this Tuesday or Friday. What day's better for you? They might tell you which day is better. Great, morning or afternoon. I can't wait for you to meet Kim. She's my favorite injector. I really have been thrilled with my results and tried new areas that I haven't done before. It's really a fun industry to be in. I can't wait to meet you in person. Is it okay if I send you a text reminder? Great. Well, we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Thanks so much for calling. The other thing is asking for their name. So when you do answer the phone and, hi, this is Kelly with PGC. How can I help you today? Once they start talking, ask them their name and try to use their name naturally in the conversation a couple times. It's really important to think about, you have one chance to make a first impression. If you don't wow the client and make it a comfortable experience, they're just going to pick up the phone and call one of your competitors and ask those questions. So don't be offended with a price call. A lot of times that's the only question that people can think to ask. Now, if you happen to have a cross promotion or a promotion that was going on before, as the receptionist, your job is to convert this into a consultation or a sale. Maybe you can utilize past promotions with a new caller for a toxin or something like that and say, gosh, if you want, last month we did a free laser facial with all of our new injectable clients. I'd love to offer that to you, even though it's not for this month. Would you be interested in that? There's all kinds of ways to sweeten the deal, especially if you have a marketing plan and you've gone through and done your sales training to where the doctor wants to be credentialed as a trainer and leader in the industry and a speaker nationally and a national training institute, let's say. Or maybe you want people to understand that your injector has been injecting for over 10 years and is a trainer nationwide. There's a lot of different things, even just the location, we're conveniently located 5 minutes off the freeway with ample parking, discrete entrance and exits, so those are sometimes benefits. It doesn't have to be that you are a training institute or that your injector is training other people. It could be the location, the ease of use, the free parking. There is something at every single location that's very valuable, and it's up to you to come up with that elevator pitch of what makes you unique. I have a client in Ohio, and I was so excited. She does amazing combination laser therapy packages. And she didn't even realize how unique that was in the industry to have the kind of equipment that she has. And, as we started doing her sales training and working with her team, it was really important, I thought, for them to say, hey, we've got the most diverse laser therapy combinations available in the state or in the city. We really can create a combination therapy just for you with lasers and resurfacing to give you a beautiful result that will last longer than any of the other options that you called about. Let's say they call about a jet peel or a hydrofacial, and in talking to them, when you ask them what they're really trying to treat, maybe they mention hyperpigmentation. So that either an IPL or a Q-switch is what they're going to need. They're maybe in their 40s or 50s, so they need to stimulate collagen and elastin. That would be the time to say, here at XYZ Spa, we offer a unique approach to hyperpigmentation treatment and anti-aging. We do a combination of 3 lasers. I'd love for you to come in so we could do a consultation and customize your treatment along with the service that you called about. I think you might get a much better result from this, but we'd really like to see you in person and explore those options for you. We don't charge for the consultation. Would you like to come in? Book them for one day or the other. This is what I mean by creating a dance, a way that you're going to explain how you're different. We all sell similar services, but they really are customized to the client. How much downtime? How much, what are they willing to experience in terms of maybe discomfort? What result are they really looking for? A natural, or maybe they want a more dramatic change? All of those things have to be handled in person to discuss those options with them. It's your job at the front desk to whet their appetite for the chance to come in and really learn about some truly customized treatment plans that they may only get with you. So, sales training and benefit training is essential for anyone at the front desk. And that's just on the incoming calls, right? Number one, also make sure that you respond to every lead, whether it's online or voicemail, within 15 minutes or as soon as possible, because they will be calling the next location. So that's the conversion part, right? And I'm talking about the customization, all in an effort to convert. Now, when they come in, or when they're in front of you, that's your opportunity to upsell and cross-sell. It's also your opportunity as they check out to book their next appointment, or to make sure they're leaving with the necessary retail items so that they can optimize their results, make them last as long as possible, and do the day-to-day care that's required. Obviously, we don't just go to the dentist once or twice a year to get our teeth cleaned. We brush our teeth morning and night and floss, hopefully, right? So when they come in, we know that they need a good home care routine. We know that they're going to do something active in the practice, and typically those are not cheap things that they're paying for, cheap services. So they do want to optimize their results and protect their investment. If you don't currently have a systemized approach when you check out to always recommend a couple products, that's something you can implement today. No client should ever come in and get injectable, laser, microderm, or aesthetic services without being recommended a product or two upon checkout. That, again, is the front desk job, to be able to talk about the benefits and say, oh, Ashley recommended this tri-retinol product and this facial scrub for you. Do you have any questions? Would you like to take those home today? They should be able to ask questions of how to use these and be able to finish that cell that's been planted. They planted the seed in the room, hopefully, so that you have a process on the way out. The next thing that a real superstar receptionist is going to do is she's going to make every effort to book your next appointment or your follow-up, or to find out if there's anything else that you're interested in booking after having your treatment. So when I talk about the front desk being command central, they are converting your leads, they're credentialing your practice, they're customizing the pitch, they are upselling and cross-selling and rebooking. They're also, looking at offering not only that next appointment, which is super important, especially for injectables. Sometimes you might even offer a percentage off if they book now. You can have contests for the front desk to make it fun. Who gets the most upsells? Who's rebooking the most? What are the retention statistics? Those are all things you can utilize at the front desk to incentivize your staff. Front desk contests are a lot of fun, and I don't want you to underestimate the value of your front desk team. It truly is your command central. It is your first impression. It is your last impression. It's the hub that holds the spokes together. It's looking at how are things scheduled throughout the day. Where do I have an opening? Knowing that when Amanda checks in at noon, I have a spot at 1 where I could add on a hydrofacial. I'm going to talk to her about that when she comes in. Maybe it's a discount because it's an add-on. It's that front desk team to optimize the schedule and create the most capacity possible. Now, a secret weapon that you could have in your quiver, if you will, would be a personal story about each of the services, or a story about a client or a coworker that has had that treatment, if it makes sense to share that with the client. Because sharing stories are a softer way of selling. They're a great way to build rapport. So between benefits and stories, that's the way that I like to consult and sell. When someone wants to book Botox, great. What areas do you want to treat? Are we trying to be prejuvenation? Are we trying to reverse some aging? Are we just trying to keep things status quo? Are you looking for a real natural approach? Or do you really not want any movement? I mean, these are all questions you can ask, right? And it's all about the conversation. The more back and forth Q&A you can get going, your conversion and booking ratios will go up accordingly. So we're trying to arm that front desk and anyone that's going to answer the phone of what are the main benefits of the services that we're selling, what might be the right questions to ask, which credentialing script do we want to use based on that service or that inquiry. And we want to do it with a smile, we want to do it quickly, efficiently, and we want to be the lead in the dance of the new client exploring becoming a patient at your med spa. Again, if these tips are helpful and you want a course for your entire staff, jump on Projected Growth Consulting and go to our online learning tab, and you can have it immediately available for you with training videos, workbooks, and even a coaching session at our conversion, closing, and consultation course for $397. Thank you guys for joining me, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below and we'll make sure to answer them and get right back to you.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and click the notification icon to be notified every time we post a new video. And don't forget to grab your free copy of our book and all the resources we've provided. You can find the links in the description below.